What's good? What's good? We're back. Let's try to get Steve on here. Hope everybody having a smooth week. Steve, you in here yet? Trying to add you. There you go. What up, bro?
We live.
You got me?
You hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me, bro?
Mike, thank you. We are live.
Yes, sir. What's good with you, bro? You smooth?
Oh, my gosh. I'm tired, bro. We just finished up, man.
Yeah. Now, where you at?
Still in Franklin.
Oh, okay.
Still in Franklin, bro.
Show. Got everybody tapping in. Let's see who we got.
Let's get it.
Big Landon Miller.
What's up, buddy? What's up, Sam?
The wifey's on. What's up, wifey?
Shout out to the missus.
G.
G-Money?
Yep. Let everybody settle in.
The man, we had to do it again.
Nah, big facts. So you try to check in every week, bro. Every week. Let them know we here.
Jeez.
Yeah, bro. So what's been good with you, bro? What's new?
Man, new? It's a new year, man. Discipline, consistency, having good energy,
Yeah.
That's
That's big for sure.
front of mind, as always. Balance, we're busy individuals. You got to balance your health, your mental,
Yeah.
all those good things.
Yeah. Speaking of that, what you think about the whole AB situation?
It's tricky, man. Because it's just like, if you're a player, you've been in that position too. You know when you can play or practice and you can't. And AB is not one of the guys who's just going, like lie about this. He wants to play, right?
Yeah.
He wants the attention. He's one of them type of guys. So it's proof that he was injured. If you're injured, obviously the coaches have to know. With further examination, other doctors already proven that he shouldn't even been on the field.
Yeah.
So you got to go with what the facts. Okay, it's that one side of it. And then it's just like he played, and then he made a fool of himself on the field. And you're a grown man. It's no, as a grown man, you shouldn't be acting like that. I don't care how much ego you got, or some stuff is just not tolerated. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to even say too much. And that's the problem with our time right now. People like to speak without knowing.
Yeah,
both.
they quit to comment on it.
Huh?
Quit to comment.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'd rather just keep my mouth closed until I know the facts. And
Yeah. No, I just seen he came out with he said the Bucks offered him $200,000 to go to like a mental health facility or whatever, and really not say nothing else about it, and kind of like not speak on the situation. And then he came out with his lawyer and was like, "Yeah, they offered me $200,000 to do this," and it was like a slap in the face, pretty much. And I'm like, "Dang."
Was this before or?
This is like today.
So they messed up. They trying to double back.
Yeah, this is like he came out with this today and said they wanted him to do that like a while back.
So they definitely in the wrong. I mean, and that's another thing too. When have you ever heard of a coach just ration out and just be like, "You're done"?
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously,
I'm sure it's happened, but you know,
it's tricky, man.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. That's another topic for another day. I know we got a few topics trying to hit on tonight, but I was just curious to see what you thought about it. But man, I'm curious to see what y'all think about it too.
Yeah,
drop a comment if you got something about, what you think about AB and that whole situation. But yeah, just kind of what we want to outline tonight. Number one is just, overview of the first Whiteout crew camp that we had last weekend. It was great, man. What's your thoughts? What's your feedback? How you think it went? And you were there.
Are you talking to me or?
Yeah, you.
Oh no! First off, I gotta congratulate you. Taking the steps, putting on the event for the community and the community showing up. It just shows the value that you putting out there. So hats off to yourself. But man, I was very shocked. I was just sitting there looking back like the guys that worked with us this summer. I want to actually shout out a few guys like Kai.
Yeah.
Look how more sharpened and smooth he looked now. OT, shout out OT, Stewart's Creek High School standout running back, slot receiver.
Yep.
He worked with us this summer. He came in and showed up. He looks very, polished.
Yeah, no, he did.
Looking at some of the guys that don't work with us, seeing, the growth from the time they worked with us until like now, us, playing seeds in their head and they really, grasping that and seeing them just showing up at their camp and just like they looking really good. So it's just like, man, I like, seeing those type of things. It's just letting you know what you're doing is like, man, it's paying off for these guys. So yeah, that's another thing. And then just like, I don't know, man. It's just always something, bringing people together. That type of, the vibe. I love that type of environment. So those are my two things.
Yeah, no, it is.
What you
Yeah,
get?
I was gonna say, yeah, it was a lot of fun and having y'all come out and help out and kind of rock with me. I appreciate y'all for sure. You, BT, Jalen, Marsalis, Dante. I don't know if y'all seen that pop up. He kind of joined the crew and got the Whiteout Crew 2 page up, so that's gonna be where he's rocking and kind of tapping in with us as well too. So make sure y'all follow that. But yeah, first one down and many more to go. So just the beginning for sure. So got to start somewhere. Kind of got the vision, got the we got the tools, got the team. So it's execution at this point and giving out a good quality product to y'all, and giving y'all a space and a time to kind of perfect and craft and kind of learn and be around other wideouts and other tight ends, running backs, whoever wants to get to work, and vibe. So it's in the name, Whiteout Crew. So we a crew. So that's how we rocking.
I think that's what kind of really, set us aside from everybody else, man. Just like, it's really a vibe. Like, you're learning from other individuals from all levels, from, a young youth athlete to a pro guy. You're getting experience and knowledge from, like, all the way up and down. Like, that's a contagious environment right there. So, like, I don't know. I'm glad that we kind of look, different with that, and everybody level can, get a gym or two from not just us, from the people just in our circle for sure.
Yeah, and definitely stay tuned for photos and videos from that. Got that coming, so look out for that. But kind of shifting gears, I know it was a lot going on this past weekend with the divisional round of playoffs. A lot of good wideout play. The ones that come to mind. I mean, I'm a Titans fan, and Jamar Chase cooked this boy that last route, man, for the field goal range. To get in the field goal range and kind of seal the game for them. That was big. What about you? What kind of comes to mind as far as just overall, what you saw from different guys or different teams last weekend?
Man, a few guys, man. I'm still mad. You talking about the Titans? You talking about football? I'm mad. So look, I called that play up. I was like, look, y'all, Chase down there at the bottom, press coverage. That's easy. Guess what happened? Boom.
Yep. Off the line.
Say what? Man.
Off the line.
Man, I wasn't expecting him to just run a perfect route. That was crazy. He's definitely a top 10 guy. Your boy Gabe Davis from UCF, he don't get a lot of credit. I actually been following him a long time.
Yeah,
I like his play. He's an underdog. He don't have the speed. He's been working on that. He's more shifty now, and I'm glad that he kind of arrived. He had his breakout year, his breakout game, this past game.
Yeah.
When they needed it the most too. Stephon Diggs, for whatever reason, I won't say that he didn't show up. He didn't have the opportunities, but it's because Gabe stepping up. They might double coverage him. He's making those plays because that's what they're going to. At the end of the year, dang, he didn't make these plays, so now he just got paid. So,
Yeah.
I like that guy. I'm glad that he's even in that type of system. So it's just like
Yeah.
I'm very happy for him. AJ Brown's catch, that's legendary. Like, he's top 5, and that's not even a question.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. People on Tannehill, but that throw was on the money too.
Yeah,
it was on the money.
Oh, I'm still, man. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah. Now for me, I was like, for me, man, like, and I tweeted this too. The biggest thing that I took away just from all the performances was something that a lot of people don't think about as far as a skill set or a trait that a wideout should have, and that's poise. Like, a lot of these dudes, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Gabe Davis, AJ Brown, Jamar Chase, Debo, Odell, Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, all these dudes had their number called at some point last weekend, and when the number was called, they showed up. They did what they needed to do. They made a play. They made a game-ending catch, or a catch that gets them in the field goal range, or a catch that gets us to overtime. And the trait that they all have in common is poise. Because I just from my experience playing, you never get called. You get a little excited. You get a little like, oh, damn, like, here it comes. Like, I've been waiting on it all week or all year even. So it's like being able to stay in the moment, stay calm. All right, don't think too much. Don't be a prisoner of the moment. Like, it's just a simple post route, or it's a simple out route, or I'm running a simple one-on-one fade ball. Let me just do what I do always, what I naturally do always, and not put too much into it and then be a victim of the moment. But I think a lot of guys get caught up in that as well. Like, as a wideout, like I always say, you might get 3-4 targets a game. So when they come, you can't be, super excited. You can't be overzealous. You gotta stay poised, stay in the moment, and kind of just perform. So that was the biggest takeaway from me.
Hey, it's huge that you bring that up. Like, that's so. I want to say it was a guy on the Titans, man. You can tell he's not a guy that plays, and it was like a critical third down, drop the ball, just because it's just like how you said, the poise. That's, man, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to zone in when the game's fine. Man, come on, man. I don't know what did you used to do to get yourself in like that zone when boom, running the fade. You getting the ball. How did you be like, okay, let me not do
me? Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just, all right, I can't give away any tails. I mean, a lot of DBs, They looking at how you line up, or this time you came to the line, you in your stance all the way, or this time you kind of standing up straight. I know you're not getting the ball, so for me, like I made sure that every time I went to the line, my mindset is I'm getting the ball, or the ball's coming my way as far as the run game. So let me make sure I'm on my blocks and on my P's and Q's. So for me, like I treated every play the same. So over time, if I knew the ball was coming my way, it wasn't any different. It was I'm going and lining up the same way I did the last 30 plays. So for me, it was just training my mental and training myself to treat every play like it was my last. So that way, it wasn't like my number is called and let me get geared up for this one. I treated every play the same, and especially going through injury and being out for half a season my junior year, it was like after that, I gotta make sure every snap counts. Derek asked what we were talking about.
Poise.
Yeah, talking about poise, being poised as a wideout. In the divisional round last weekend, these guys, these wideouts are making big plays and big critical moments, and you have to be poised to make these plays. So we're just kind of talking about, what for you, what was your what's kind of your process? Your numbers call. How did you kind of approach that?
Yeah, man. So, the last system, well, I'm gonna talk not the last system I was in, but in my college system, I look at every rep was an opportunity to get better because the lack of, I don't know when the next time I'm gonna get the ball. So every time that I'm out here, I'm trying to get better. So it's just like I treated every rep like, okay, I'm getting a ball, or I'm trying to make sure I did my assignment to the T. Where if I'm getting graded by a scout or getting graded by my coach, my grade's gonna be high because I got the least amount of mistakes. So I'm trying to make sure every time I'm on my P's and Q's. And not only that, it's just like it helps with your preparation. The more you prepare, the better confidence you're gonna, be on the field and perform. So like when you get on the field, it's easy. That's how I help myself slow the game. Like how you present it, got to get better. This might be my last play because, like you said, you got an injury. It was just like, man, I've been waiting on this for a year to come touch this grass, this turf. I'm out here every rep. I'm on it. So it's just like
Yeah.
either coaching like that or just like getting better. Just like let me fully do my. Because when coach come down to correcting me, he's gonna be like, dang, I can actually depend on him. I'm gonna put him on the field more. He's got the lead on to correct, just that type of stuff. So
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, you really can't approach it like I'm a chill. My number's not called, and then my number is called. I'm gonna turn it up. It don't really work like that. You gotta every play matters. I always tell my guys, look, every time you step between the lines, or every time you're in a meeting room, it's an evaluation. Whether it's the coach, whether it's a scout, whether it's an opposing team, like they're evaluating you. They're seeing what kind of guy you are, what kind of athlete you are, at every moment. At every moment. So, no, that's good. But transitioning to the next topic, I know we wanted to hit on just the release game and kind of what that entails, and kind of what guys kind of need to be thinking about, and how to be be best prepared when it comes to getting off the line. So I kind of put the ball in your court. Kind of what's your kind of your philosophy around when it comes to approaching the line of scrimmage?
yeah, so if I can be honest, this was one of my biggest and one of my last limitations I had to overcome. I was a wide receiver. My feet was not up to par at the time with my body frame and stuff. So I'm just going to start like from the beginning with me. So I was a bigger wide receiver, taller wide receiver, struggled. And the reason why less talented individuals was able to stick with me because of the release during that time. So when I did took the step backs and kind of like figured out like, man, I got to figure out this release game. That's when I was able to be a complete wide receiver. And it was a game changer too. And it makes football so easy when you can get off the line and get free and create space. So just as far as some tips I would give younger guys, it's pretty much like all the stuff we went over at the camp. If you didn't make it, it was just like the first thing was that pad level. Like who was I
Yeah.
talking to? OT, some of the guys from Alabama that came.
Yeah.
When I learned just keeping that low pad level, so I can't give no to hit my chest, hit my shoulders, and I can turn, rip, dip, and get into it. That was the number one thing for me when it came to releases, just staying low, hiding my shoulder pads where I can't get exposed. That was the first thing, and then I started to learn, as we like to say, our toolbox. I just started simple, quick
Yeah.
jab, quick 1-2, just play basketball, get back on top stack, and then you can just kind of like the hesitation, like what we teach hesitation. So I literally, I'm talking about literally, I'm an advocate of just practice.
Yep. Reps on reps. Yep.
It didn't click for a while, man. Why?
Yeah. No, it don't. It don't.
What about your situation?
Yeah. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you a little story and be totally transparent too. So like for me, I lived in Nashville all my life until my freshman year of high school, and then I moved to Memphis. So if you know anything about just the high school football landscape in Tennessee, Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee, at least back in that time, and probably still even to this day, like Middle Tennessee, East Tennessee, you're gonna get zone coverage, quarters, cover 3, cover 2, maybe. Soft cover 2, maybe some of the Murfreesboro teams. We played Oakland back in the day. They ran a little cover 2, but not much bump and run. So moved to Memphis where it's athletes, we're not really thinking about, scheme and schematic as much. It's bump and run. It's man-to-man. It's physical. It's you versus me, and that's it. So I get down there. I haven't really worked my release game because I haven't had to. I've been going against quarters and cover 4 and some soft cover 2, nothing really crazy. So I get down there. We do one-on-ones, probably like second or third practice, and I line up. Dude's a little bit bigger than me. Like he probably could play outside linebacker, but he's playing corner for whatever reason. And in my mind, I'm like, I'm probably faster than him. Like I'm gonna just run off the line, right? And sure enough, ball snap, and he in my chest off rip, and I don't even get into the route, man. And it just, I was like, bruh, like what happened? I look up, play's over, ball's thrown to the fence or whatever. I didn't even run I forget what route I had, but it did not get ran. And from that point on, that taught me like, all right, I got to figure something out because I wasn't the biggest guy, but I was shifty. I was fast, but didn't know how to use that to my advantage at the time. So for me, thinking back then, there was no Whiteout crew. There was no Instagram with release packages and stuff you go look at. It was just, your coach tell you, get off the line, son. Like, all right. Like, that was it. So for me, I was like, all right, how can I get off the line? And I just was like, I'm going to play basketball next time because I play basketball. And literally, that's what I did. I just started playing basketball quick as I could, quick crossover, get off the line and go. And that was kind of my, intro to releases was just cross dude up and play basketball with him and get into your route as fast as possible without getting contact. So that was kind of my intro. And from there, obviously, I learned more. You get to college, you learn more. And then as I'm in college, this is when Instagram is getting blown up with different training videos and things like that. So, yeah, K-Matt, we used to hoop for real. So I just brought that to the field, to be honest. But yeah, bro. So like that was my initial experience into like the release game. But really it's just for me now, it's obviously with years of experience, it's like now you have a plan. You kind of, like you said, foundational, working my jab steps, pad level, using my hands, being physical. and staying tight to staying tight to that DB and not running a hump, running a loop, and taking yourself out the play. So yeah, I know that was a rather long story, but yeah, that was what it was for me.
Real, man. Yeah, it's real because like you right, man. We didn't have all this stuff back then, so it's just like coach telling you, man, get off the line. Oh, how do I? You're not teaching me. Like,
Yeah, exactly. I had to learn that shit on my own. Like, I didn't have somewhere I could go to. It was just, all right, how can I get off the line with what I got? Make it work.
and that's another thing too. Like you said, using your hands. I really want to keep vouching that to the younger guys. I was even telling the guys at the camps, just like it's pretty much when you got press coverage, it's a fight. I call it like a fight, bro. Don't just because you're a wideout doesn't mean you can't be physical as a
Yep.
like them. So like that's another thing too. Once I learned the pad level and using my hand, it was just like it made life a little bit easier, you know.
Yep. Yeah, in a way you gotta play DB too. Like, you can use your hands. Like, it's a contact sport. So I tell guys now, it's like you can use your hands too. Like, you don't have to just run with your hands down and try to get away from them. Like, if you want to get close to you, like, make him not want to get up close to you. Jack him up too, shock release, stuff like that. So, yeah, it's definitely one of those things too, where now it's kind of getting more in detail and elaborate, and some guys are doing too much. And then the thing with that is like, what's the whole point of, playing receiver is to get open. But if I'm at the line for more than a second and a half, a second even, it's like, I'm out to play. I'm out to play. He going to the next read. So
you messing play.
Yeah, it's like the biggest thing is having a plan to get off the line and then get into my route as fast as possible. So
Good stuff, man. Yeah, good stuff.
Take that with what you will and rock with it. But obviously, there's a lot of resources. You got us, and there's some other people out here that are teaching the game, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. There's resources out there, so use them, but at the same time, understand, there's a time and a place, and there's things that match your skill set and things that don't. So, being able to be, cognizant about those. So that's kind of my take on the release game. Any other thoughts from you?
No, solid, good stuff, man. I would just say going forward, if anybody needs help with that, obviously, man, just reach out. We can definitely, go more in depth with that. Man, summertime, man. What do we got looking forward?
Yeah. So So we hit on it last time. I mean, and by now you should know. Summertime is coming. Around May, we'll start up the Whiteout training group again, like we did last summer. Limited availability, limited spots. So make sure you tap in with us before it's too late and that fills up, which it will. Last summer it did, and there were some guys that wanted to tap in, but hey, like, we can't. Got to make sure we can pour into the guys, as much as possible, and not be flooded. All about quality, especially with us, quality over quantity. So definitely tap in.
Yeah, I'm glad, man. I think, did you see the text message in the group chat in our Savages, just kind of giving us a shout out, like, we only mess with y'all because we know y'all care and y'all saw it. It's just like, I'm glad that others are seeing that, like I keep saying, hats off to, everybody in our company. It's just, it's good to know, because that's all we talk about and all we want, show. So, yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for that.
Yep, for sure. Well, that was quick, but we'll sign off and we'll be back next week. So definitely tap in, and we'll stay tuned, bro. So we'll holler at y'all.
Solid. Round two down. Round
yes, sir.
two.